Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University of Central Lancashire, I'm delighted to warmly welcome you to Preston Guildhall and to this graduation ceremony. On this special day, we are here to proudly celebrate the achievements of our students from the Faculty of Culture and the Creative Industries. I now call upon the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Mike Thomas, to give his address.
Good afternoon. Honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, members of the University Board, honorary fellows, and our graduates. It's a great pleasure to welcome you to this graduation ceremony at which we acknowledge and celebrate the achievements of our new graduates and postgraduates. I always look forward to graduation ceremonies and the chance for the University of Central Lancashire, its staff, board members, honorary fellows and honoured guests to celebrate such an important day for you, our graduates and postgraduates, your family and your friends. We are here this afternoon to celebrate and welcome our graduates and their guests from the School of Art, Design and Fashion and the School of Language and Global Studies. This is your day. I hope you enjoy both the ceremony itself and the celebrations, which I know will continue afterwards with your families and friends. It's customary for a Vice-Chancellor to use graduation as an opportunity to comment on economic affairs, politics, or to speak about the university in general. So I will say a few words and hope they are of interest. This has been an interesting period for you to have studied and gained your awards that we celebrate today. There's been a number of quite radical changes, both within the university sector itself and more widely in our society. I'm mindful and hopeful that much of the university sector changes would not have impacted too adversely on the experience that you had while studying here. We have had to adapt to a number of regulatory changes, introductions of a new regulatory bodies, and more scrutiny on how universities work, and more focus on what we do internally as well as with our communities. The regulatory burden will continue to grow as successive governments wrestle with the thorny question of university funding, and for you personally, university fees. The university here in Central Lancashire has responded to these governmental concerns by developing new and exciting approaches to different types of university education. We hope in due course that the university will be able to offer different degree routes where, for example, an undergraduate can study 1 year full-time here at the university, pay 1 year's fee, but then do the remainder of their degree externally. Future students will receive a salary, not pay fees, and the university will seek other forms of funding. Students will still graduate, they will attend days like today, we will still celebrate with the mortarboard and the gowns and the different colours and the theatre that you deserve, but the financial burden will be substantially reduced. We're also developing a new second innovative model which allows our students in the future to study here, but at the same time take short vocational programmes with our partner colleges. And we're in deep discussions with government departments and regulatory bodies on when we can start such a programme. It means that when graduates graduate in the future, they will also have other vocational awards alongside their degree, which we hope will significantly increase their employability and skill set. So your university is not complacent in the face of external and regulatory changes. Equally, and more generally in wider society, we're actively engaged in discussions on how we can support the economy post-Brexit. We're looking at enhancing degree apprenticeships and also local initiatives, such as developing a trade fair between local businesses and countries abroad, such as China and the Middle East. It's difficult, I think, for people not ingrained in university life to fully comprehend that universities are not public sector organisations, though we have a large amount of public sector responsibilities due to the funding mechanism. We're also not fully a commercial organisation, though we have to raise our own revenue and fully engage in income generation activities while retaining our primary mission of developing knowledge, teaching, research and enterprise. And whilst many universities, such as ours, are registered as charities, we're not solely a charity because of our engagement in the commercial sector and the public sector. Universities are strange beasts. We are simultaneously a public sector organisation, a commercial organisation, and a charity. And here in the University of Central Lancashire, we incorporate those three aspects by focusing on you, our students. You are our main reason for existing as a university. We are wholly committed to ensuring that you have the relevant knowledge, skills, and learning to broaden your intellectual horizon. Art, design, and fashion graduates have a great deal to offer society in the professions. Some of the external recognition of that can be seen in the students of architecture winning the UNESCO Prix Versailles Student Award this year. The student of architecture also designed bamboo building structures for schools and the homeless in Vietnam. Our fashion student designed clothing made from recycled bath scrunchies, and our advertising students win awards for advertising campaigns for the construction industry. Textile students create textiles to raise awareness of mental health issues, and our foundation art and design student work with the homelessness, using artwork to draw attention to the issue of homelessness and young people. Our students, you in front of me, also win an award from Fat Face for t-shirt designs, product designs, police drones of the future. Illustration students makes history. One of our students became the first to be commended for the Macmillan Prize for Illustration twice in 1 year this year. And fine arts students raise the awareness of farming families through art. We have a Turner Prize winner in the university, Lubaina Himid, our professor, who's been invited to co-curate the Tate Show, The Soul of a Nation, in July 2017, and was recently appointed curator of the British Pavilion at the Venice Biennale in 2019. And our graphic design students have been shortlisted for the Drum Magazine Young Designer of the Year. One student in particular designed a festive-themed fairy liquid bottle manufactured in the shape of a Christmas tree. And we're not forgetting our language and global student graduates. You have the language skills sought by employers. You have the problem-solving and intercultural experience, which is essential for the world of work. This year, your school held a Korean-speaking competition sponsored by Asiana Airlines, and the ability of our students from first to final year greatly impressed the visitors, but also guests from the Korean Embassy and the Korean Foundation. One of our students of Chinese, Samuel Graham Williams-Joy, competed in the bridge competition in London. Competitors are judged on their Chinese language proficiency, knowledge of China, and Chinese cultural performances. Our graduates excel in the areas that they have studied, but also in your world experience gained through study abroad, teaching experience, or work experience. This is a time when the UK really needs people who understand and actively engage with other cultures and who have the skills to support businesses and other organisations. You, our graduates and postgraduates today, consistently demonstrate your abilities and will be widely recognised for this as you go on with your careers. I would argue that you should never underestimate the experience you have in your university life, the way it shapes your thinking and how this will influence your future. Your university has a long history of transforming lives. We were first established on the 7th of October 1828 as the Institute for the Diffusion of Knowledge, and this year, as you graduate, your university celebrates its 190th birthday. The original group that formed what became the University of Central Lancashire were radical in their thinking about education and knowledge, innovation, creativity and enterprise. And we recognise that today we have to continue that original mission and that spirit of radicalism. And we have to be innovative, creative, and help you, as our graduates and postgraduates, continue with your lives better equipped and more resilient in this world of uncertainty. Our success is achieved together. Staff and students seeking new knowledge to provide clarity and certainty in the world. And there are certain things we know about you. We know that you are graduates and postgraduates. We know that you work for your degrees. We know there's a sense of certainty if you hold on to your university beliefs and values that promote and support our communities, the principles and approaches that are enshrined in our university. For instance, common sense, the judgment to do the right thing for others, compassion, to treat others with consideration, care and honesty, teamwork, to think and act together, valuing collective as highly as individual achievements, attentiveness, to take personal and professional pride in the quality of your work, but show that you can listen and care for others as you carry out that work. And trust, show respect and integrity in all that you do. We hope we provided a space for you to discuss ideas, to pursue different views and perspectives, to explore new ways of doing things and apply various methodologies in an increasingly complex world. But remember this, there is more to your degree and post-degree than a reductionist economic return. Take your university values with you as you go on with your life. We know some other certainties about you. We know you have the ability to understand complex issues. We know that you can be critical in making judgments about what is happening in the world. We know you have the confidence to challenge. We know that you can impact the status quo through the use of your own intellect. We have measured that. We know you have developed a value for society and a willingness to make a personal contribution. We know this because you're here today. So observe, analyze, devise new solutions to things that life bring you. Keep learning, exercise your intellect, and be ready to intervene as you go on with your life. Don't be afraid or unwilling to try different things. Forge your own path, but be ready to compromise when you need to. We look to you. You are our future hope. Participate in processes and debates, in organizations, in business and commerce. Seek to make a difference. We know something else too. We know that gaining the award you have earned and which we celebrate today is difficult. That must be so. I make no apologies for that. Few things in life of genuine value are easy to gain, and the success in any university is far from easy. The university and the staff would have demanded from you dedication, commitment, intellectual endeavour and hard work. I'm sure that many of you here in the audience today, families, friends, colleagues, would have been called upon to provide a helping hand in that journey. On behalf of you, our graduates, I would like to thank everyone in the audience for their invaluable support and ask that you, as our graduates, join me in applauding and appreciating your family and friends. I hope in the last period of study that you've undertaken that you have discovered that a university is a strange beast indeed. We are a group of people brought together and formed an academic community dedicated to learning and supporting transformation. You would have been taught by a dedicated group of academic staff, many of whom are international leaders in their field, and all of whom devote their professional lives to the teaching and learning and development of you. You would have also been supported by many highly dedicated professional staff members who have provided the services and infrastructure that have made your success possible. So once again, on your behalf, I'd like to thank every one of our staff and ask that you join me in applauding your appreciation. In a few minutes, the names of our graduates will be called out, and we will applaud and cheer. Please make as much noise as you can. This is a celebratory ceremony. If there are any children or infants in the audience and they make a noise, don't take them out. We don't mind. Let them make as much noise as they wish. Each of you will enter on stage right as graduates or postgraduates. You'll cross the stage, halfway across, you'll stop, you'll shake my hand. We do this so we can publicly acknowledge your individual achievements and congratulate you all personally. I know everyone in the hall will be as enthusiastic with your applause for our first graduate as you will be for our final graduate. We take genuine pride in your achievement. I'm confident that you'll go out in the world and bring not only real social and economic benefit to yourself, but also to those communities where you will live. Whatever you decide to do next, wherever in the world you find yourself, you'll always be a member of this university. I hope at some stage you will return to your academic home. But for now, on behalf of everybody here, very well done, congratulations, and good luck for a happy and successful life. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests, ladies and gentlemen, the Academic Board confers an honorary fellowship on Charles Hadcock. Vice-Chancellor, Charles Hadcock knew what he wanted to do with his life at a young age. Born in Derby into a family of design engineers, it was in his father's workshop where the world-renowned sculptor discovered his love of making things. Specialising in large-scale cast metal pieces, Charles has sold and exhibited his work for the past 25 years, producing sculpture for public spaces and private organisations around the world. A pioneer of sustainable energy and a champion of creative businesses, Charles bought the former Northwest Water building in Preston and redeveloped it into the Watermark Studio, a complex for other artists and creative businesses. Subsequently, Creative Lancashire was formed. I'm sure many people here today are familiar with the organisation. He's also an active businessman, owning and running specialist printing company Roachbridge Tissues with his wife Camilla. Charles's relationship with UCLan began not long after he moved to Lancashire in 1999. An enthusiast of the university's art and fashion departments, he has sat on the judging panel for the Lancashire Arts Festival Awards and, through Creative Lancashire, continues to mentor our alumni who have embarked upon a career in the arts. As a result of his endeavours, Charles became a lifetime recipient of the Queen's Award for Enterprise Promotion in 2007, was commissioned as a Deputy Lieutenant of Lancashire in 2014, and appointed Honorary Colonel of the Lancashire Army Cadet Force earlier this year. Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, it is with great pleasure that I present Charles Hadcock for the award of Honorary Fellow of the University of Central Lancashire.
I am delighted and honoured to be awarded this honorary fellowship. Thank you, UCLan. As you have just heard, I've had a long association with the university and have enjoyed many degree shows, and this year's was just as impressive as before. So congratulations to all of you. This is not just to the graduates, but the tutors as well, and not forgetting the parents for the support they give. Contrary to popular belief, art and design students are some of the hardest working students in any university. Preparing final portfolios or collections is incredibly stressful and expensive, which adds another level of professionalism to others that you just have and others just writing an essay or exam don't achieve. Your final collections are a tangible and visible reference for you to show off to the future employees. They're like calling cards on steroids. Don't underestimate the power of your creativity. It is your intellectual property, and as such, a commodity that you should not undervalue, and nor should anyone else. Not everyone shares your talents. They may have talents in other fields, but are lost when it comes to creative thinking. You can expect respect for what you do. Visiting the degree shows every year reminds me of how much I enjoyed my time at art school. I get transported back in time to my own degree show, albeit nearly 30 years ago now. After the Royal College of Art, I went straight into a studio with my portfolio. Combined with my enormous ego, I started on my journey determined to succeed. I am still traveling and enjoying every minute. So, again, thank you very much for this honor, and I look forward to a long fellowship with you all.
Vice-Chancellor, the presentation of graduands and award holders will now take place.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present those who have gained awards in the School of Art, Design and Fashion. For a thesis entitled Against a Sharp White Background, Dialogic and Exhibitionary Practices of Black Contemporary Artists and Curators in Art Museums, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Zoe Whiteley. Master of Architecture with the Frank Whittle Partnership Award for Best Design Scheme at Part 2, Emma Louise Illingworth. Wendy Pui Yi Leung. Sono Mohanty. With the Grenville Baines Institute of Architecture Award for Best Contribution to the Ethos of Architecture at Part 2, Alistair Norris. Master of Arts in Antiques, Helen Rachel Cowley. Michael John Garnell. Catherine Ellen Haddock. Julie Hughes. Jonathan Carl Wilkinson. Master of Arts in Creative Thinking, Lisa Susan Sloan. Verity Turner. Master of Science in Building Conservation and Regeneration, Paul Gwilliam. Victor James Daniel Fletcher. Ruth Elizabeth Garrett. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Advertising, Kalfona Begum. Herman Diaz. Olivia Ruth Hampson. Gail McFadzean. Jekaterina Mistiuk. Louise Nicholson. Gemma Redpath. De Yi Yin. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Eastern Fashion Design, Moninda Balagan. Zainab Fazal. Finalist for Graduate Fashion Week Best Collection, Yasmin Siddiqui. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Fashion, Eleanor Bradley. Rose Elizabeth Connor. Iman Lydia Laverne Espiet Mills. Sophie May Farrow. Jessica Greenhouse. Laura Higson. Anissa Hussain. Rachel Knowles. Rachel Hannah Lund. Georgia McLennan. Finalist for the Graduate Fashion Week Best Collection, Alexandra McMaster. Alexandra Nicola Murphy. Finalist in the 2 Sainsbury's Graduate Fashion Week Scholarship Award, Ellen Christina Murphy. Ellie Jane Pennington. Shannon Stafford. Rhiannon Tomlin. Maria Rose Walker. Jenna Walsh. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Fashion and Brand Promotion and Photography, Bethan Mutton. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Fashion Brand Management, Alicia Edwards. Jessica Flavel. Sandra Kane. Sophie Kennerly. Gabriella Knapp. Jasmine O'Donnell. Ella Reinder. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Fashion Design, Bolaji Akinsuli. Molly Valerie Gould. Saba Hashim. Rebecca Holmes. Amy Joanne Cole. Chin Jian Lee. Leanne Kenyon. Jianhu Lin. Jai Yuan Lu. Finalists for Graduate Fashion Week Best Collection, Sophia Parkinson. T. Vu Van Sandra Pan. Finalist in the Graduate Fashion Week Super Dry Outerwear Award, Matthew Talent. Finalist for Graduate Fashion Week Best Collection, Xijing Wang. Bin Jiang. Bier Zhou. Lunian Zhao. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Fashion Promotion, Naomi Allen. Natalie Archer. Simone Emily Brown. Freya Considine. Brittany Doran. Winner of the Graduate Fashion Week Bon Marché Fashion for All Award, Rositsa Georgieva Gamisheva. Katie Hall. Holly Henderson. Katie Hursthouse. Chiman Jiang. Rokia Khan. Winner of the Lancashire Arts Festival Award for Fashion Promotion, Alex Morant. Bethany Wainwright. Ching Yuan Wang. Amy Whitaker. Pliska Genova. Kelly Johns. Emily Louise Passmore. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Fashion Promotion with Styling, Georgian Barker. Victoria Brand. Sarah Anita Canning. Lauren Jade Connor. Leisha Dean. Kyra Edano. Alexandra Greaves. Sarah Elizabeth Heaton. Olivia Hughes. Gemma Keeley. Chloe Slater. Jasmine Smith. Caris Todd. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Fine Art, Rebecca Aberley. Holly Emma Burge. Georgina Butterill. Emma Capstick. Elizabeth Challoner. Helen Davies. Rebecca Dickinson. Alexandria Eves. Rowan Fitzpatrick. Jennifer Garrity. Matthew William Herbert. Molly Holmes. Francesca Kershaw. Sasha Lord. Iona Emma McKinnell. Lisa Margaret Ing. Catherine Mary Paisley. Andrew Poole. Gail Riding. Paul Seddon. Winner of the Lancashire Arts Festival Award for Fine Arts, Daniel James Smith. Rebecca Lisa Smith. Winner of the Tom Buckroyd Award for Outstanding Achievement within the Public Art Field 2017, Amanda Sutton. Bachelor of Arts in Fine Art, Georgia Murdoch. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Graphic Arts, Stephen Connor. Darren Gall. Lucy Catherine Howell. Michael Allen Kelly. Curtis Jude Tam Kwan Long Marquez. Teza Similkulwa. Ryan James Wilson. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Graphic Design, winner of the Creative Conscience Student Award 2018, Andy Bakye Obagi. Alicia Bauer. Stuart Cork. Lauren Craig. Eddie William D'Antonio. Sophie Farnworth. Rosina Francis Hosking. Jason Kirkby. Matthew Kovac. Charlotte Marie Matulko. Gabriel Macaulay. Luke Oakshott. Commended in the You Can Now Student Awards, Laura Emily Park. Jessica Pendlebury. Supaporn Puranpat. Alicia Charlie Shaw. Husefa Sidat. Natalie Utting Eland. Manya Wang. Winner of the Lancashire Arts Festival Award for Graphic Design, Ya Wang. Yunchan Wu. Anisi Ainsworth. Michael Anthony Barrow. Ben Bassett. Matthew David Buckley. Thomas Buckley. Heather Cherobrier. Winner of the Creative Conscience Student Award 2018, James Clark. Zach Crook. Winner of the Creative Conscience Student Award 2018, Bethany Harrison. Fiona Hutchings. Shoaib Iqbal. Winner of the Creative Conscience Student Award 2018, Nathaniel Johnson. Winner of the Creative Conscience Student Award 2018 and awarded the Dean's Award in recognition of the highest APM within art, design, fashion and the Grenville Baines Institute of Architecture, Lewis Murphy Hancock. Commended in the You Can Now Student Awards, Rosemary Elizabeth Oakes. Winner of the Creative Conscience Student Award 2018, Troy Witter. Heidi Woodhead. Bachelor of Arts with honours in illustration, Rebecca Appleton. Chloe Bennett. Tassie D'Andrea. Leah Douglas. Courtney Finch. Rachel Catherine Free. Paul Gibson Greatorex. Louise Grice. Alyssa Haddo. Chloe Harrison. Heather Hattrick Liggett. Bethany Hulley. Jane Lay. Lydia Maltby. Heather Louise Marshall. Ashley Mayhew. Holly Ann McGee. Nicholas Ratcliffe. Katie Stanley. Nicole Wilcock. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Interior Design, Mays Abdul Mohammed. Sherelle Tanvir Archibald. Lauren Boddy. Lee Nikita Kane. Charlotte Dempster. Megan Etok. Aya El Said. Rebecca Elizabeth Holley. Winner of the Society of British and International Design Get Me to the Top competition 2018, Takan Ibrahimoglu. Amy Kirkman. Linda Sheila Rothwell. Ellen Louise Shaw. Melissa Silcock. Pasha Taylor. Sean James Wilson. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Product Design, winner of the Lancashire Arts Festival Award for Product Design, Tyler Robert Best. Joshua Bousted. Daniel Gorse. Yuan Lu. Thomas Scowcroft. Benjamin Yarwood. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Textiles, Saba Ahmed. Dawn Marie Bambra. Hannah Bamber. Nicola Carson. Faye Lisa Jones. Elizabeth Layton. Aksa Mansour. Beth Rebecca May Sheriff. Winner of the Lancashire Arts Festival Award for Textiles, Samantha Jane Smith. Ruby May Story. Humaira Sadia Vagia. Tahira Vahed. Amy Vance. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Visual Merchandising and Promotional Design, Andrew Adams. Michelle Blair. Laura Boddy. Katie Brennan. Kelly Marie Cantley. Sophie Louise Cobain. Dominic Dutton. Carly Fairclough. Marisa Griffiths. Chloe Odgear. Thomas Rothwell. Bachelor of Science with honours in Architectural Technology, Ryan Keane. With the Grenville Baines Institute of Architecture Award for Best Architectural Technology student, David Mason. With the Chartered Institute of Architectural Technologists Award, Sam Watson. Michael Cafferkey. Mesun Juma. Bachelor of Science with honours in Architecture, with the Grenville Baines Institute of Architecture Award for Outstanding Performance at Part 1, Raphael Baer. Wesley Brame. Sam Canavan. Adam Clayton. Nicholas Collins. With the Cassidy and Ashton Award for Best Final Design Scheme at Part 1, Rebecca Evans. Oliver Hamilton. Mary Holden. Adil Mulk. Anita Atuhari Nayabia. Adam Salim Patel. Samuel Pickering. Errol Sari. With the Studio John Bridge Award for Best Contribution to the Ethos of Architecture at Part 1, Rachel Elaine Sim. Winner of the Lancashire Arts Festival Award for Architecture, Michael Enzo Vellin. Sarah Kate Walsh. Andrew John Winbo. Foundation degree in Arts and Creative Makeup Design and Practice, Danielle Atherton. Ellie Caldwell. Rosanna Carson. Julie Carter. Rebecca Curran. Sarah Davies. Natalie Ellaway. Rebecca Ford. Amelia Gill. Emily Howes. Andrew Mannion. Ashley McKernan. Molly Batesman. Lauren Meller. Carla Owens. Ashley Rutherford. Neve Thomas. Laura Thompson. Kate Worthington. Hannah Wren. Foundation degree in Arts and Graphic Design, Alexander Kelly. Michael Walsh. Foundation degree in Arts and Visual Merchandising and Promotional Design, Jodie Brown. Olivia Veronica Hannaford. Kate Hill. Stephanie Sharkey. Lindsay Vardy. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Art, Design and Fashion.
Vice-Chancellor, on behalf of the Academic Board, I present those who have gained awards in the School of Language and Global Studies for a thesis entitled An Alternative Framework of Analysis to Investigate China's Confucius Institutes, A Great Leap Outward with Chinese Characteristics. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Jin Liu. For a thesis entitled Language Shock in a Study Abroad Context, Bangladeshi Students in UK Higher Education, the degree of Doctor of Philosophy is awarded to Mohammadul Haq Shah. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Arabic for International Business, Rukia Khan. Zara Patel. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Arabic Language and Studies, Charles Carroll. Bachelor of Arts with honours in Asia Pacific Studies, Joshua Fairley. Rachel Suzanne Jones. Rihanna McKenna. Danielle Beth Piper. Emily Elizabeth Rogers. Sophie Adams. Eileen Janice Baker. Jacob Matthew Betteridge. With the school prize for Most Outstanding Student, Kate Blackledge. Georgia Adina Maya Brown. Ramsha Butt. Fern Elizabeth Rose Cooper. Rhys Derbyshire. Michaela De Mello. Kirsty Doherty. Matthew Duffel. Samantha Fordham. Jack Gallagher. Jordan Hibbert. Donald William Jack. Anita Cloudova. Lena Koryanchikova. Jessica Kovalets. Emily Hill Yen Lau. Thomas Marshall Lee. James McCormick. Gabriel Shi Mohammed. Rosanna May Price. Nicholas James Sterling. Frida Thomas Parr. Carmen Tse. Ni Peng Yu. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Asia Pacific Studies awarded posthumously to Robert Edward Barton. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Business Management and Chinese, Veronica Caterino Caminento. Sarantoya Maria Daja. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Business Management in China with the School Prize for Most Outstanding Student, Mingxuan Gao. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Combined Studies, Daniel Hoon. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English for International Communication, Kim Buban. Nur Ezyan Siamen Mohammed Ali. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English for International Corporate Communication with French, Pierre Maria Burkhardt. Natalie Marie Agnes Uhl. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in English for International Corporate Communication with Spanish, Ina Antoni. Christine Marion Gunesh. Frank Meinhardt. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in German for International Business, Harris Bangi. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in International Business Communication, Eileen Aidoan. Sandra Dinius. Luis Javier Garcia Venezuela Monge. Lina Kamer. Alyssa Kell. Daria Mingarev Viva. Hui Shu. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in International Business Communication with French, Amina Groli. Marie-Madeleine Notoriana. Christine Joanna Pandy. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in International Business Communication with Modern Foreign Language, Rachel Boakiewa Kawake. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in International Business Communication with Spanish, Mariam Saud. Alyssa Manuela Wilhart. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Japanese for International Business, Katrina Brame. With the School Prize for Translation Project English into Japanese, Oscar Joseph Cott. Lavanya Nair. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, Arabic and French, with the School Dissertation Prize in Arabic, Rebecca Piechowak. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, Chinese and German, Anisha Nadaja. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, Chinese and Spanish, Thomas Adam Davison. Stephanie Quinn. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, French and German, Lucy Walwork. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, French and Russian, Andrea Theodorovna. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, French and Spanish, Chloe Adele Harwood. Rebecca Liptrot. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, German and Italian, Holly Sharp. Robert Sola. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, Japanese and Chinese, with the Richard James Award for Most Outstanding Student, Samuel Graham Williams-Joy. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, Japanese and French, Abigail Bird. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, Japanese and Spanish, Jack Daly. Sonia Lewis. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Modern Languages, Spanish and Italian, Emily Airy. Alejandro Gabriel Quetrullo. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Spanish for International Business, with the Academic Excellence in Modern Languages for International Business, Medina Akgun. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Teaching English for Speakers of Other Languages with Korean, Alison Lila Di Domenico. With the Anne Boleyn Prize for Most Productive Year Abroad, Lauren Mumby. Charlotte Orrell. Sarah Leanne Rawlings. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Teaching English for Speakers of Other Languages with Modern Language Studies, Natalie Howarth. Naomi Rose Watson. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages in Arabic with the School Dissertation Prize in Arabic, Amina Khan. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages and Japanese, Sean Ashton. Gary Ao Young. James Matthew Alexander Carter. Jade Robin Clark. Daniel El Guetta. Hannah Littley. Elizabeth Shepherd. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages with Modern Languages, Spanish, with the School Prize for Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, the Teaching Practice Award, Emily MacDonald Romero. Bachelor of Science with Honours in Architectural Technology with the Grenfell Baines Institute of Architecture Award for Outstanding Performance in Architectural Technology, James Swarbrick. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Asia Pacific Studies, James Halfpenny. Foundation degree in Arts, in Creative Makeup Design and Practice, Suzanne Taylor. Foundation degree in Arts, in Visual Merchandising and Promotional Design, Leslie Welsh. Foundation degree in Arts, Fashion and Textiles, Alicia Patel. Foundation degree in creative makeup design and practice, Neha Kumari. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Fashion Promotion, Yu Hao Wu. Bachelor of Arts with Honours in International Business Communication, Jia Yi Dai. Bachelor of Arts in Foundation degree in Visual Merchandising and Promotional Design, Jade Schoen. Vice-Chancellor, that concludes the presentation of awards from the School of Languages and Global Studies.
Vice-Chancellor, the presentations are completed. I call on Laura Creighton, Vice President Media from the Students' Union of the University of Central Lancashire, to respond on behalf of those awarded today.
Vice-Chancellor, graduates, families, friends, loved ones, it is my honour to stand here before you today and speak on behalf of students. Firstly, I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate you on your incredible achievement. You all should be very proud of yourselves. University is more than the assignments and the exams. It's more than the price paid to better your future. It's more than the piece of paper at the end, because university is an unforgettable experience. The people that you've met and the memories that you have created together make each of your journeys to graduation unique and special. For most of us, studying is only one part of university life, and whether you became a course rep, joined a sports team or society, or volunteered in a project that you were passionate about, it has moulded you into the graduates that I see before me today. As graduates of UCLan, every one of you strengthens this university's worldwide alumni network. Today's award is a landmark in both your personal and professional development, and a stepping stone to your future success. The world at this moment in time may seem like a scary place, and you may feel like you're heading towards a place of uncertainty. The most natural thing to do would be to stay in your comfort zone, but don't. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. So now is the time to aim higher, take advantage of opportunities, and take on challenges, because the degree you hold in your hands today is really just your learner's permit for the rest of the drive through life. But don't be disheartened if things don't go right straight away. Remember, if Plan A did not work, the alphabet has 25 more letters. Don't worry. Last but not least, I would like to thank the families, friends, university staff and loved ones that have joined you here today and supported you throughout your UCLan journey. I wish you all the best for the future, class of 2018.
It is now my pleasure to introduce the University of Central Lancashire Chamber Choir. The members of the University Chamber Choir are all students of music theatre within the School of Journalism, Media and Performance. The choir is directed by the university's musician-in-residence, Mark Goggins. The university is extremely proud of the growing reputation and success of the Chamber Choir. In recent years, the Chamber Choir has won national competitions, including the BBC Radio 3 Adult Choir of the Year. The Chamber Choir has performed on BBC One, BBC 4 and on BBC Radio 3, as well as at some major performance venues, including the Royal Festival Hall, Birmingham Symphony Hall, and the Bridgewater Hall. In June, the Chamber Choir returned from their latest overseas concert tour, which once again received great critical acclaim. This afternoon, the Chamber Choir will sing Africa by Toto. Today is, of course, a day of great celebration for everyone here, and we need to celebrate in an appropriate way. Family and friends, there's a great photo opportunity coming up, so you might want to have your cameras at the ready. Could I please ask all the graduates to stand and take off your mortarboards? This will be a great relief to many of you, as I've seen that some of them have been balancing on your heads in a rather precarious manner. In a moment, I'm going to ask you to wave your mortarboard, and as is the tradition here at UCLan, you must wave as vigorously as you can in recognition of all your hard work and achievements. However, please do keep a tight hold of your mortarboard, as it is now yours to keep and take home. So, on a count of 3, I want you all to wave your mortarboards in the air, and at the same time, I want everyone else to cheer 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Hip, hip! Please be seated. So, as we bring this ceremony to a close, I would like to thank everyone who has been involved in making today such a happy and memorable occasion. And thank you all for coming and for sharing this special day with the university community. I would like to invite you all to return to a reception at the university's Foster building, where we will continue to celebrate the success of today's graduates. Gowns can be left at Foster building after the event. Please may I ask you all to stand now for the national anthem. Please be seated. The platform party will now leave the stage and form a celebratory guard of honour. We're going to conclude the ceremony with a final opportunity to applaud the success of today's graduates. Graduates, you will shortly be processing out of the hall. A university usher will prompt your row when you need to stand up. Please make sure you take all of your belongings with you. Guests, please may I ask that you all remain seated until the platform party has left the hall. You will be able to rejoin your graduate downstairs. Thank you. Thank you.